Hello and welcome to the latest Crafty Simulations video. In today's episode, I break out the juice goose on another tour of another brand spanking new piece of scenery by the guys at Burning Blue Designs. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Old Buckenham. So welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Crafty Simulations tour video. Now you might be wondering what the heck is a Crafty Simulations tour video. Well, glad you asked. I like to do little tour videos driving around various bits of scenery. Now I have done these for a lot of Burning Blue Design scenery, I must admit. I was hoping to cover a lot of other company scenery, whether it be freeware or payware, but it seems to be that Burning Blue Designs keep releasing awesome piece of scenery after awesome piece of scenery, so that's why I end up covering a lot of these things. So anyway, their latest piece of scenery has landed, and that is Old Buckenham Aerodrome, an airfield in Norfolk that is available for Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024. Now, you might be wondering, well, it's a flight simulator. Get in an aircraft or a helicopter, that'd be better. Yeah, okay, you're right, sort of. It's a flight simulator. But I think, and this lends it more to the developers of the scenery, it's better to have a little drive round because you see things that you don't always see when you are in your aircraft or helicopter. No matter what the aircraft or helicopter is, it could be the slowest microlight in the world, and you still won't see the stuff that happens behind the flight line of the piece of scenery. However, this vehicle, the Juice Goose, that does allow us to have a little drive round, and we can look at the detail that goes into these creations. And I like to think that Flight Simulator scenery is like an onion. And no, I've not cracked, and no, I'm not hungry, but stay with me on this one. An onion has multiple layers, and the Flight Simulator scenery here has multiple layers. Like I said, if you're an aircraft or a helicopter, you'll be based on the aircraft side of it, or the live side of the airfield, and that's fantastic. That's where 9 times out of 10 we'll spend most of our time. But I like to see what goes on behind the scenery, in the layers behind the flight line, and whether the developer has been very good in creating a better piece of scenery behind where the aircraft and the helicopter would be. Now, Burning Blue Designs, I think we can all say, are pretty damn good when it comes to creating their sceneries. They have created some absolutely stonking pieces of sceneries, and they really fit in well with my channel, because my channel is VFR Aviation in Simulation. So they release a lot of what I'd call VFR airfields here in the United Kingdom. So we do have some big airfields, we do have some concrete runways to land at. Farnborough, I think, is the biggest they go to. And they do also have one of the smallest in Westway, Papa Westway, I don't know which one it is now, up in Scotland, or well up north. That one is a treat. I think that's a doozy to fly into. In fact, I actually covered that in a previous video, so if you check back in the group of these videos, you'll see I've done a tour video of the Papa Westway and Westway, and I've also done a flight in the Islander, which is realistic to the real life flights that take place from those two airfields, and they're literally spitting distance from each other. Anyway, like I said, I'm not going to go on about Papa Westway or Westway here. We are talking about Old Buckenham. So these are the words that Burning Blue Designs have used themselves when it comes to the development of this this particular piece of scenery. So Old Buckenham is at the forefront of sustainable aviation in the UK. It hosts the country's first electric aircraft charging point, powered entirely by solar energy, making it the 4th such facility globally. Now, I'll concentrate on that paragraph because this leads itself, unfortunately, to the future of aviation. You won't see me prattling on about environmental issues or electric airplanes or anything silly like that, because, let's face it, it's flight simulation, that's all you're here for. But it does lend itself to say that this piece of scenery is already for the future, and we do have electric aircraft here in the sim. I know of it. I can't remember off the top of my head which one it is or which 2 aircraft they are. Maybe I'll have a look and see if they're available for me to do a review of, so we could fly from Old Buckenham here. So I have seen a video. I'm not going to really go on about this too much, but I have seen a video of a race between a car and an electric aircraft. That's, like I say, is the future. Anyway, Burning Blue Designs, what do they cover in this piece of scenery? So again, this is their own words. Over 100 custom 3D objects, each with full PBR, rendering and textures. Okay, so we use this terminology PBR, so physical based rendering. It gives a more realistic effect here in the sim. Accurate taxiways and runways and custom taxi signs. So again, we expect some signage to be out on an airfield. This is custom to this particular airfield. A detailed hangar interior with animated hangar doors which close at night and open manually with taxi lights. Now, you can see right in front of me, I do believe there's a hangar and its hangar doors are wide open. So at night time, we would actually have these hangar doors automatically close, and if you go approach them with your taxi lights on, they should open up. Now I'm not going to try that. I will switch this round to night time and show you the doors closing when we go better with a bit more of a drive round. So we have an accurate cafe interior, open Wednesday to Sunday, 9 AM to 4 PM, bit of advertising there. So again, if I find out where the cafe is, I will show it. I'm not going to drive into it, obviously. I'm going to use the drone cam, I think they call it. I hate using the drone cam, I really do, but hey, we'll give it a whirl. Completely custom windsock and dynamic animated flags. So we do have the windsock over there, and it is animated to the wind. I do believe on this profile it's 4 knots, I do believe. Animated spectators. We always need a spectator to be animated. Again, these things make the airfield come to life. Yes, they could just create runways, and they could create the buildings, and they could put a few aircraft there that don't move. But it's nice to see some people. Again, they don't move, they don't walk around or anything, but they do. I'll show you when I get around. They do move a little bit. Full dynamic weather compatibility. So this is compatible with dynamic weather. Enhanced high-resolution colour-corrected ground textures. This is a big thing. Back in the early days of FSX and FS 2004, when you bought an extra piece of scenery for an airfield, it was basically cut out and plonked into your scenery, into your sim, I should say, and not always did it run smoothly or seamlessly fit into your simulator's surrounding scenery. These do fit in brilliantly. I flew into here on a previous video in my DA42 Twin Star. That's one of my last live videos I did. So again, another a shout out for a previous video. So yeah, if you want to see us fly into there, where do we fly from? Goodwood, that was it. Another Burning Blue design scenery, Goodwood to Old Buckenham. So we also have native support for both Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024. Now this is a great thing. I know that 2024 as a sim, not as a year, because a year it was fantastic, but as a sim we've had a few issues. That would be politely putting it. But Burning Blue Designs do update their scenery if it's needed, if there's an issue with the running in a certain sim. So I do believe we're running at 1.5, is it 1.5, 1.2? There's been an update anyway to 2024's version. 2020 is running standard as is, and is running just brilliantly. Yay for 2020. Like I say, Burning Blue Designs do listen to a lot of the people, and when they release these sceneries, I should say, if there's an issue, they do tend to fix it very quickly. So anyway, let's see if we can track out. Sometimes I hate this thing. I really do. So we're going to start. Come on, youth. Hey, there we go. The electric cut. No, don't roll backwards, thank you. So we'll have headlights off, fog lights off, glow kit off, and whips off. Whips? Hey! Giggity. So anyway, let's go have a little drive round, shall we? So we'll get onto the road. It's very hard. So custom signage straight away, right in front of you. That's a custom sign. You don't see that normally on the scenery, but we do see it here from Burning Blue Designs. So which way are we going? Left or right? Let's go right. So we do have various buildings. This is, if they like to, any scenery creator will basically pick a date to represent their scenery. So as of a certain date, this scenery will be effective. It will be correct, I should say. So this was done for 2024, I do believe. So it is correct for that time period. So we'll go on about the aircraft when we go live side. Nice little model of the transit van. There's one of the AI people just staring at the door. So at the moment we're running around the back of the hangar buildings. So can we go round here? Let's have a look. We could actually just go over the top of that thing, I'm fairly certain. How weirdly, that's the weirdest follow me vehicle I've ever seen in my life. That was like a London taxi, only in yellow. Weird. So again, accurately correct buildings with the correct signage. So touchdown engineering, obviously based here in real, so they have it in the scenery. So join the main taxiway. So good looking fuel bowser. Here we have a Piper PA-28, I want to say. Obviously very accurately done. Obviously AI aircraft used to be a little bit questionable, and nowadays in sim they do look very, very realistic. So I'll just go around this parking area. I'll have a run down the back of these hangars. So I have the old style hangar buildings. So nothing in this one bar a toolbox area. So I will take the time to pull this out. That sounds so fun. So let's stop Trackir. So hopefully if I change the night to the night timing, this will actually shut. So if I do this and I click on that, click to that, is it going to shut? No, of course it isn't. Oh, is it? It is shutting. Oh, it took me a while then. So there we go, that's all done automatically. And I know it's getting a bit dark around here. I'm hoping you can see that. Obviously you can see that now with the light. Very good lighting effect actually there. So this is all automatic. This is part of the one of the plus sides apart to the scenery. Obviously we do have a split door system. So we two main doors here, and then we have two more doors that will line up as well. So again, perfectly custom if you want to fly in here at night. I don't know whether this airfield will be open at night, but we do have the ability to shut the doors. Obviously these would be taxi lights on and they would open back up again. So we'll set that back to daylight. And there we go. Even better. Perfectly animated doors. It's amazing what tickles our fancy nowadays in flight simulators. So anyway, we'll let them open up. We'll move over this way. So we have the firehouse. I hope I never turn Trackir on for a minute. Hope I never see that. But look at the detail. We get their little logo. We get the name bit. We get some stuff behind. Obviously, this is all behind the main buildings. You wouldn't see this in the aircraft or a helicopter. Just shows you the onion effect I like to go on about. So we'll have to turn around here. That was a little police car, policey vehicle. And we do have some of the animated people. Now, like I said, they don't move as in they don't walk around, but they do look realistic. And this is what people do. They do find it fascinating to stand at an airfield and watch aircraft. I myself, as of creating this video, spent the last 2 days at Manchester Airport taking photos of aircraft. It's fascinating. I love it. And like I say, people do it no matter what the airfield. So we have one of the AI aircraft. I'm not entirely sure what it is. I can have it says aerobatic aircraft, weird things. Now this you'll see at every Burning Blue Designs airfield. The Cessna, the Burning Blue Designs Cessna. Like I say, it's at every one of them. Bit of advertising, nothing wrong with that. And we'll just pull into here because I do believe this is the cafeteria. So we will. Right, how do I work this thing out? Right, that button. Hey, see, look at me, modcons. Right. Right, so we're going to go and have a little look-see. First of all, let's have a look outside. Come on, whoops, that's the wrong button. Hey. So again, just look at the realism. Little welcome poster. Animated people and the fact they're looking at things, they're moving, you know, it just adds to the realism. I'm sorry if I haven't set the controls up for the drone. I don't use it that often, if I'm perfectly honest. Yes, I just walk through a wall. So look at this thing. This is inside the cafeteria. How realistic do you want to get? So what's on the menu? Opening times, that's correct. Breakfast served all day, I'm there now. Snacks, lunch and specials board. Oh, I'm hungry. Doing this video and now I'm hungry. So let's see, does it say anything else on here? So we have specials of chicken wings and sweet chili. Lovely. Prawns and iceberg lettuce? No. Pie of the day was, what's that? Sauteed potatoes, peas and gravy. Ew, very posh. Red onion quiche? No. Chicken fillet burger, chips and coleslaw? Yes, please. Soup and bread. Good prices as well, I must admit. At the opening times, home of the 453rd Bomb Group. This is a museum as well, because there was obviously aircraft from World War II, B-24 Liberators, I do believe, based here. So let's have a look around. What we got around here? Hey, here, me and controls. So again, I've seen that painting before. I've seen it at air shows. I'm sure I have all copies of it. So again, newspaper clippings. Look at the detail you get here in this piece of scenery. It's absolutely fantastic. Again, you wouldn't see this because you'd assume that it's all based outside the cafe. There's a section for the Royal Air Force with the Avro Lancaster. Several Avro Lancasters. No idea. Haven't a clue. What else we got around here? Whoops. So we have P-40s, I believe. The still or poster for Casablanca. A little bit before my time, must admit. But again, realistic. Oh, very realistic. Well, hey, not that much, please. Where we gone? Where have we gone? Oh, we're on the roof. I really must learn to set up this. Stop bouncing around. Looks like I'm a 3-year-old now. Oh, dear me. Cole, what's that? Oh, cotton chips. Oh, on Friday only. What day is it today? It's not Friday. Bugger. Oh, now I'm really hungry. I want fish and chips. So anyway, this is a very, very realistic piece of scenery. I think we can all agree that. How do we get out of this thing? There we go. That's better. Trackir. Oh, drone cameras. So yeah, very, very realistic. Again, you wouldn't see that. But it shows you the onion effect when it comes to how this place is created. Burning Blue Designs do a fantastic job of a multi-layered piece of scenery. We'll move over to one of the Cessnas parked here. Again, very realistically sat here. I've just realised I'm going to have to do this again, aren't I? Drone camera. Oh, dear me. I want to see what's in that building. And then I've got to show you what's right ahead of us. So, anyway, oh, dear me. Here we go again. Drone camera. Where's the drone camera? There's drone camera. No, not a 3-year-old. Thank you very much. So anyway, let's go over to one of the museums here at Old Buckenham. So we have the 453rd Bombardment Group even Museum. I don't know whether there's anything inside this. Let's have a look. Oh, no. Can we go in the back of it? Can we? No, we can't go in that, unfortunately. The Pat Ram Building. Okie dokie. No idea what that is. It looks like a Nissan hut to me. But anyway, I think there's 2 museums based here in real. Like I said, this is more to the history of Old Buckenham. So obviously B-24s. I don't know whether B-17s are based here as well. I'm not sure. Can't remember. Wasn't there at the time. So anyway, we shall go over to this remembrance area here for the fallen, the crews that did not come back, and a remembrance to something that should never have happened. Hopefully remember things like this and they will not happen again. Obviously this is where this gets pretty political, so I will just drop this down to here. So we do have a headstone here for the United States Army Air Forces Station 144 Old Buckenham. This is accurate. We're going to zoom into this. Can we zoom in? Where's the zoom button? There's the zoom button. I know it was there somewhere. 366 air crews lost their lives. Yeah, less said. So we do have another one for Flight Lieutenant Eric William Harper, commemorating all RAF personnel who served here 45 to 56, especially those under his command. This site marks the former unit gatehouse guard room. Again, look at the detail that Burning Blue Designs go into in their creation of their stuff. Now we do have a set of flags, obviously the United Kingdom, United States of America even, I can't say that, and the Ukraine. Obviously that is set up for nowadays. I'm not going to go too much into that. I'm not going to go political here on this channel. Right, so let's go back into this. Right, so, like I say, very, very, very realistic. So, anyway, let's go down to the end of the runway, and you know what's coming up next. Trackir, you need to come back on again. Thank you very much. So we do have an accurate sign there for the run-up. We don't need to run up in this vehicle. So we do actually have a tarmac runway here. Now there is something rather interesting about this runway. I will take it all the way down here. What's really, really interesting is actually right behind us, and it makes it a very interesting approach. So here we are at the end of runway 07. And that means I can do a runway test. Runway 25, and now we enter the what would be the original runway, I do believe. Obviously a bit wider for obviously wider aircraft. But anyway, this is what I would call the interesting part of the runway. And obviously this happens in reality. Most runways, especially from World War II, usually go into not being used. The airfields end up being, well, basically used over by farmers and all that sort of stuff. So this one has hay bales stored here. These are literally on the end of the runway. The runway's back there, starting at runway 25. And it does make for a rather interesting approach, because even though you can see them, you aim to go over these obstacles and drop in onto runway 25. So we have had a bit of a shortage of the runway. I don't remember what the official length of the runway is, but yeah, it's all right for general aviation aircraft and all Cessnas and like that. But like I say, we flew a DA-42 into this airfield without any major issues. But it does shorten down the runway a little bit. Now, as mentioned at the start of this video, Old Buckenham, even though it lends itself from a World War II airbase, does have the facilities, I can never work out if it is, for charging an aircraft. I do believe, yes, that's it. That's it. So, if we just go, God blimey, me and technology again. So, we're not going to use drone camera. But anyway, this is a massive solar panel to charge your electric aircraft. And yes, electric aviation is here currently in 2024, 2025 even. So there is aircraft, even the sim, that are actually electrically simulated. It's very weird. I haven't got any of them on the sim at the moment, but I must actually get around to getting it, because it is part of the future of aviation here. And it would be rather interesting, to say the least. I mean, at the moment, the only electric vehicle I have is this thing, the Juice Goose. But yeah, Old Buckenham lends itself to electric aircraft charging, and we will just take a little look at our little support vehicle here for the control tower. Again, very accurately described here and created. Looks like all the shutters are down. But these vehicles are usually at the end of military airfields. Obviously civilian airfields use them, but these park at the end of the runways where control towers would normally be situated, obviously on the airfield side. These go to the end of the runways and would allow the crews who man these to basically check the aircraft over. These are, like I say, military airfields. RAF Waddington, I believe, RAF Coningsby, I should say, has one. I know that for sure. And basically they check the aircraft before they take off if there's anything leaking, dripping, falling off, all that sort of stuff. So anyway, we'll call that quits here. So if I swing this round, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Old Buckenham, Trackir. You can stop moving now, thank you very much. Right, Old Buckenham from Burning Blue Designs. It is a brilliant piece of scenery. And I keep saying this about Burning Blue Designs, and they keep creating fantastic pieces of scenery with multi-layered development. And it goes back to the onion theory. And no, I wasn't cracking up. The onion has multiple layers. Burning Blue Designs put multiple layers worth of work, and a lot of work and time and effort, and probably financial hit as well, goes into the creation of every one of their pieces of scenery. And the best thing about this is it costs £10.95 right now on Burning Blue Designs main website. I believe it is going to be available, if it isn't available already, on the marketplace for 2020 and 2024. I know there was a bit of delay, especially with 2024, for getting their scenery out there and onto the marketplace. But if you go to burningbluedesigns.com, I think it is, you can buy them off there. Very easy to install. One-time purchase gets you both versions, 2020 and 2024, and all future updates regarding both of those simulators. Obviously, there has been an update to 2024's simulator version because there was a slight little issue. This is what I love most. This is what I love most. Not just the cost, it's not just the creativity of these guys, it's the fact they listen to their fan club, their supporters, their customers. They listen to them. And if there's a genuine issue, pop on the Discord page, have a look around, see what other people are saying. Maybe they've noticed it as well. It's usually very quickly noticed if something doesn't look right. And the guys at Burning Blue Designs will release an updated version which solves that problem. Like I say, 2024 has already been updated. There was a slight issue. I think that's obviously due to the fact of the way 2024 is as a sim at the moment. I think as of this video being made, Sim Update 2 has just been released. And I've already read a few issues, horror stories from people who have had the beta version and then I've switched to the main version of Sim Update 2 and it's caused issues. I have no idea. Don't use 2024 at the moment myself, but 2020 works like a charm. This scenery here in 2020 works like a charm. Absolutely fantastic. So like I say, £10.95. It does not break the bank balance with these pieces of scenery. And they are that darn good. And yes, you know, they work well for me personally and my channel here because they are creating some brilliant general aviation airfields. And I love flying from each of the airfields to the new airfield. At the moment, like I said, the last live video, I did a Burning Blue Designs Goodwood all the way to this one, Old Buckenham in Norfolk. And I will be happily flying the DA42 from here to a future Burning Blue Designs airfield. Probably not a brand new one, but it will be one in the area. And we like to do little hops around. We'll do them live, we'll do them pre-recorded, all that sort of good stuff. And then I'll do tour videos like this one, showing off the airfield. So, if you have any questions or comments regarding this amazing piece of scenery, don't hesitate, ask below. If you want to go onto the Discord channel, I think if you go onto Burning Blue Designs main website.com, burningbluedesigns.com, if you go down the bottom, there is a Discord join click link. I'm with the lingo, I understand it. I know what the kids say. I say click on that and it will take you to the Discord official channel for Burning Blue Designs, and you'll see future work being created. You will see myself and a lot of other creators will be on there showing off various bits and pieces, and you'll see a lot of photos, pictures, videos, and all sorts of goodness that involves Burning Blue Designs. So, I hope you found this video informative. I hope you have found this video entertaining. If you have any questions or comments, bang them below and I'll answer them as soon as I can. And I will see you in a future Microsoft Flight Simulator video very, very soon.